So let's talk about how to get what you want in a relationship. You're in a relationship with a guy and you have certain needs, you have certain wants, things that are important to you, and he may or may not be giving them to you. Normally, if all goes well, when a relationship just started out, you felt loved, you felt really good, and everything was a-okay, but then comes a time, a couple of weeks or months down the road, where things start to change and you get the first thoughts that say, well, he used to, but he stopped. Why isn't he ever? Or he should do this for me. This is something that's really important to me, but I'm not getting it anymore or at all. How do you deal with those situations? Because if you've read any of my books, like this one, I clearly explain that we should never come across as needy. Because when you become needy, when you complain all the time, when you become negative in a relationship, obviously you're just pushing the person you love away, and that's silly. That's very counterproductive, and it's never going to give you what you want because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The relationship will end. So are you then not supposed to talk about what you want, about what you need, about what's important to you? Of course not. We should communicate this. And this is really crucial that a lot of women and men, by the way, get wrong in relationships. Because they believe, or if I open up my heart, if I'm going to be honest about what I need, and then I don't get it, it's going to hurt even more. It's hard to admit that, but that's part of our unconscious brain that's thinking like this. It thinks, well, if I ask for what I want, and then I don't get it, then I know that the other person deliberately isn't giving it to me, and that's quite painful. It's one of the most painful things you can feel in a relationship, knowing that the other person could give you what you want and then not getting it. But some other people believe, well, I'm not supposed to say this because it's only going to push them away. Both reasons are wrong, because if you keep these things to yourself, you're never going to get it. If you wear a mask, if you play a role for whatever reason in this world, then the world can't give you what you need. And in this case, in the relationship, the man you're with cannot give you what you need. So you're supposed to be open about this. You're supposed to be honest about this. And true, there is a possibility, there is a chance that he's not going to give you what you need. But that's good news as well, because then at least you know for sure that it's not going to work out, that this is not the right guy for you. You always have to remember that in the beginning of the relationship, first couple of days, weeks and months, he's giving it the best he has. If that's not enough, then he's not the right guy. It's going to go downhill from there, and then he can decide to work on the relationship and to become better. But if he's not giving it to you in the beginning of the relationship, it will never follow. It will never come. So we need to be vigilant here, and we need to communicate in a non-nagging, non-needy way what we truly need. And a very simple way to do this is to simply have a talk, a non-emotional talk, where you simply say, look, you have time to talk. He will say yes or no. If he says no, you say, when do you have time to talk? And then the conversation starts. In that conversation, you simply say, look, in order to feel loved, in order to feel good and safe in this relationship, I need you to do something a little bit more, bring home some roses, to respect me a little bit more than you're currently respecting me, to call me more often. I need those things. They are important to me. Now, you don't say this in a complaining or a nagging way. It's not a, why don't you ever call me? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? No, you say it in an assertive way and you say, this is what I need. And then you wait and you listen. And then you especially, because I say listen, but we're never going to pay too much attention to the words that a man gives, because he can say, sure, honey, I'll do that. I'll call you more often. And then flatline, nothing changes. So we're going to look at his actions. And if he continues the same behavior of not giving you what you need, you know he's not the right guy for you. A relationship and love, those two words, love and relationships, are verbs. It takes a lot of hard work to have a healthy relationship, and if he's not willing to put in the effort, you will never have a great relationship with him. And that's fine. I mean, there's so many people that we're not meant to be with. We can just dump them and move on until we find someone who does give us the time and the attention and the love and the affection that we desire, and that it's our birthright to be loved, you know? So this is something that we really have a right to. We just have to find the right person. But the right person may not be giving us what we need because he is simply, or she in my case, is simply unaware of what we're needing. We need to communicate this in a non-nagging, non-needy way. And then they can think about, well, yeah, that's true. And what I would love you to give me a little bit more is, and this is something that you can ask in that conversation. You can ask him, what's important to you? Is there anything you would like from me that I may not be giving you? We all need different things. We have unmet needs in relationships because we all need different things. Your boyfriend, your husband may think he's doing the right thing. He may really believe that he's putting in all he's got to give you everything you need, and it may not be enough for you because you need a different thing and you forgot to tell him. So we need to communicate this. And I know it's scary, because it's scary, especially early in the relationship, to be so open and to say, well, I really need you to, even, and especially if it's something special, I need you to spend more time with me. I know your hobby or your friends or your business or work is really important to you, but I really need us to have quality time. Can you free up an extra hour every week for me? And then if he says no, well, then you know it's a relationship without a future. And then you know it's better to go find a guy that is willing to give you that, because we all have multiple people. You know, I don't believe in soulmates. We all have multiple people running around on this earth that are willing and that are waiting to give us what we need, because that's what we deserve. Quick little video with a very important message. If you want more stuff like this, make sure to come to the website. I'll leave a link beneath this video. Join the newsletter. You can also find the books I've written, and I think it's going to help you out a lot. Hope that you've loved this video. I've loved making it for you, and I'll talk to you soon.